Hopefully audio is not screwed up. Chat. Hello. Do you hear me? Hi. Well, you know, there's definitely a lot of streaming content available for you right now. So if you're choosing this, then God bless you. But I want to say, I was kind of in the mood to play a game that involved shooting, and Jeff recommended 7 Days to Die, and I said, you know what? Sure. We, unfortunately, were not able to do the zombie horde last time, and we can do that now, so we're gonna do that. Addict stream, a little bit, but yeah, I have Jeff, Dave, and Mono with me. Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Привет.
Hey.
I'll have to introduce you all one at a time next time, so that way, you know, it'll be like in sequential order. I'll do alphabetical order next time.
We can all sing
okay.
a different pitch, and then we like create like a barbershop quartet chord when we say hello, hello, hello.
Wow, Mono, you're starting early.
Yeah, really, man. So, you guys can't edit this place, right? Like, there's a bounding box. We have to be friends for you to edit, yeah?
I think so. I think like, you have to be allied in game to be able to like deconstruct blocks within that boundary. I think.
Okay. I think we got it.
Only if you put the claim block down, though. Did you put that down?
Yeah, it's down.
Not. Oh, yeah. Okay, then, yeah, that's what. Trying to do it.
Hark, chat. I would assume we're going to be talking a little bit about Sunday stream today. It was a weird one. It was a doozy. But before we do that, so we were making bicycles last time. And the idea being we all need to, like, have our own bicycles. Now, I don't know what would be a better use of our time. Bicycles? Or actually building defenses and ammo for this place. So we're gonna figure that out. Also, one of you guys got a rifle. A hunting rifle.
Yeah. I retrieved one of those.
That's cool.
I found a bike chassis. I found one.
Alright, so that helps. We have bike materials.
Just need the handlebars and a tire, and we can make another bike.
Alright, so the materials are in this chest over here, but, and bullets too, 9mm bullet.
Bullets are going to probably be the most important thing because even
Yeah, for sure.
like on Jeff's server when we had just tons and tons of ammo, we still like run out.
Mm-hmm.
So then,
Someone's bike is out front, too, so.
Mono, accept my request as well.
Oh
Give it a chance. So, chat, once again, welcome, anyone just joining. Thank you for joining. Like I said, you have lots of choices. Jerma, Ross, both live, but if you're choosing the, let's say the Wawa brand of coffee over Dunkin', then, you know, whatever that fucking means. What I'm trying to say is, chat, I really wish they would open a Wawa in New York. I really like their coffee and their food. This is not a paid advertisement. But I would definitely take the check from Wawa if they want to give me one anyway.
Can't get over that name. Like, where did it come from?
I don't know, but again, when I was a kid, I thought it was exclusive to Wildwood, and I thought, like, my parents were fucking with me when they said Wawa, because if you say Wildwood real quick, it sounds like Wawa. And that was the great lie of my life. Finding out later on that it was not, in fact, anything to do with Wildwood, and that they were all over the place.
It sounds like a baby food store.
Yeah. Sounds like a baby asking for water. It's Baby Talk, the fucking store name.
Google. Bing. Wawa. It's effective.
Yeah, I remember the first time in like middle school, and a teacher told us to use Google. Everyone's like, "What? That sounds so stupid. No one's gonna use that."
Yeah. They gave us a like worksheet. They're like, these are all the different search engines, and it was like Google. That looks so stupid.
Everyone
He's
was all
dog
hot
pile.
on Jeeves or Yahoo at the time.
Yeah. Ash Jeeves was awesome.
So you know what would be real cool? To make a fucking shotgun, because we have so much shotgun ammo. I might be able to make a double barrel.
Did you find the recipe for it?
No, I have to do, boomstick. I have to, like, put points in that.
Okay, so apparently Wawa comes from a Native American word for Canada goose, according to chat.
Oh, and the fucking logo is a bird. That's very good information, chat. For the first time in my life, I finally know. It all makes so much sense now. So we need shotgun parts. I think I can maybe craft them in a bit, but if you see any shotgun part, oh, we've got plenty. I can make one shotgun, which will be enough for one of us to at least use some of the ammo that we have excessive amounts of.
I think there's a sawed-off mod somewhere for the shotgun. I don't know if you like that kind of thing.
If you can make the normal shotgun, the pump shotgun, make that over the sawed off, because it's way better.
That I needed an actual schematic for.
Bummer.
Yeah.
The sawed off is good, but it's 2 shots and then a long ass reload. So it's like not really ideal, but
If it's, you know, if it's the best we've got.
it's kind of like an oh shit button, in my opinion.
Chat, I doubled the amount of experience received just to speed things up a little bit in-game. I don't have any ideas for an endgame, but I'm enjoying, you know, playing it. I just don't know what to do.
I don't think you can ever actually beat this, right? It's just kind of sandbox.
Yeah, you kind of... I specifically was, like, asking chat one day, I was like, hey, is there a way to, like, is there an end game? And everyone was like, no. So, I'm gonna make a shotgun. I still need... I could make 2, but I need 3 more shotgun parts. I guess those have to be found. Yeah, you can't actually make those. So, if we were to go scavenging, and we find shotgun parts, that would be...
Do you know where the nearest vendor is? They usually sell parts.
Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, so, if you want a vendor... I'm gonna set a waypoint.
Yeah, it's back at the old base.
There's 2. So I'm gonna share that.
Be sure to bring all of the, like, poker chips or whatever these coins are.
Yeah, that'll be a good mission. We can go there, grab some supplies, and that way we'll be ready.
Yeah, I got a bunch of chips. I got like 7,000.
Oh, so then you took the ones from the...
I just sold all my fucking crap.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
All the bullshit that you pick up, you could sell most of it for a lot of money in this game.
How about you get a real shotgun, says a chat member. Alright. Yeah, sure. I thought there were more poker chips in one of these crates. Chat, if you saw any poker chips, let me know. Also, my nose has been, like, reacting to some kind of weird allergy shit. So, you might hear me, like, a little, sneezy today. I'm one of the 7 dwarves.
Oh, that's me all of the summer. I know what it's like. It's horrible. Interesting side effect, or not side effect, but just like unexpected benefit is that now wearing masks everywhere, it's like actually helps allergies out in public. Like, wow, I'm just gonna keep doing this from now on. Like years to come.
Honestly, I really have no problem wearing the mask, but it's just like when someone's cutting the grass or something, I'm like, yep, mask up. Because that is what will set my allergies going. Not even that bad, but just enough that I notice it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really want that right now.
There's a bunch of chips over here too. In this thing.
Just bring them, Jeff, because I didn't even see them.
I'm just trying to grab all the scrap we can sell too. Like all these like old tools we're not going to use. All these shovels and shit.
Okay.
I'll just keep making bullets at the base, I guess. We have a lot of resources, just gotta keep them set up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm grabbing more lead so you can make more bullets.
And the other thing is wheels. Definitely wheels, so we can make our bicycle squad. There's someone that told me that they skip bicycle and go straight for motorcycle, but the requirements for motorcycle are insane. And I just don't think I'd be able to wait that long, so...
So the mini bike goes just as fast as the bicycle. I looked it up.
It just has more storage, right?
Yeah, like, and it takes gas though, so it's like fucking garbage, kind of.
Well, it's better than the stamina.
Yeah, I'm
You
sure.
don't use any stamina on it.
You can go longer,
Fucking
faster.
that shit.
But I think the motorcycle itself is probably pretty good. So someone said, what's the streaming situation tonight? Oh, Spelunky 2, for sure. There's a couple things... So here's what I want to say. Later on, I'm going to be streaming Spelunky 2. I don't know what else I'm streaming yet. If I do more... maybe the Star Wars game. Maybe not today, but there is a Star Wars mod for Blade and Sorcery that was just updated and, you know, fixed up, and it looks really good. So that I'd like to check out this week as well. VR Squadrons, I'd consider it, and I'm gonna look into it today after, you know, I'm gonna eat dinner after this, and then I'll scrub a dub the VR headset. You know. Seriously, like, my eye juice fogs up the lenses. Like... What's up, Mono?
Phasmophobia stream part 2?
Sometime soon. Has that game been updated at all lately?
Usually updates like multiple times a week, yeah.
It needs some stuff. It's astoundingly good for what it is, but it just needs a little bit of work.
They have a channel on the Discord specifically for index controller support, so they're actively working on that right now.
Nice. That's perfect. What is that? What is that, snake?
He's laughing at you.
My chat wants you to know that Jeremy got his headset working too, so he might-
I was watching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was doing, like, Vacation Simulator, right?
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, no, that's what it was.
Yeah, I check in for a minute. I don't really have time to watch, like, full streams, but... sometimes I'll pop in, see what people are doing for a sec. Yeah, I think we talked about doing more VR stuff. Whether it be that or something else. But, yeah, Phasmophobia is really good. It just... Wow, Jeff. You just, like... That was like a fucking Walking Dead plotline. You showing up at the last second like that. Dude, I think they're on a third Walking Dead series right now.
Yeah, it just like came out on Amazon. They're like, yeah, put the whole thing on.
It was like, we are the Walking Dead, and there's some other ones.
Fear of the Walking Dead, Stink of the Walking Dead. You know, whatever the fuck they're... What are they doing now? Beyond the Walking Dead?
But it's like, it looks like it's back in time again. I don't know, dude. It's another universe.
I
It's a
like
multiverse.
progression.
So, Running Dead?
Yeah, the
The Walking Dead expanded universe.
Like, it would be nice to see what the fate of this, like, world is. You know, the zombie world in The Walking... Like, I don't even really care, but... When I was reading the comics and actually watching the show, there was, like, a part of me that wanted to see what was gonna happen. Like, was Eugene's... If I remember correctly, like, he had this... You know, they're like, oh, they're in DC, everything's gonna be okay. And then it was fake, or something like that, but... it's just so frustrating to just watch the show, or I'm not anymore, but... And, like, nothing is happening. Motor tool parts.
Hey, that's not bad.
I don't think
Make
this
an
was
auger or a chainsaw with that shit. Both of those are really useful.
That works.
I don't think this was The Walking Dead, but for a while there was this this zombie fitness app on phones that was sort of like a Pokemon Go situation where it's uses GPS locations, and it would be like you're doing supply runs, and it like calculates zombies chasing you, so you have to sustain a certain speed or else they'll get you.
Oh shit.
Which is what I'm assuming some people do, like, normally anyway. Just, like, use their imagination to exercise. The Muppet Babies would do that, at least.
Yeah, does anyone use their imagination anymore with video games and movies?
I was mentioning this exact thing when I was talking about Lego recently. Which is, yeah, when I was a kid, like, I would enjoy that stuff. And I would make my own scenarios, but now I just build. Like, I don't actually have any desire to make my own specific things, or, you know, actually, like, play with them. Like, Luke Skywalker and Vader will not be fighting on my playset. I just want to build it and then be done with it. So, yeah, video games have made the imagination thing a little different. Lego stream? No. I did almost finish the NES, like... The TV's built, I got it rotating nicely, and I have the cover put on. I just need to add the buttons, and then the top, and the Mario, and it's done. So... And then that'll sit on a shelf for the remainder of my life. And who shall inherit the Lego TV? Chat, whoever's the best chat member gets to be put in my will, and you will get my Lego TV and NES.
You just take the NES apart and distribute the pieces to everyone that's saying me in chat right now.
So it's a 2,500 piece Lego set, and there's just that many people in chat, so perfect. I was watching an episode of Deep Space Nine last night while I was building it, because after my stream, weirdly enough, I was wired. I had trouble sleeping last night, just because, I don't know, maybe AI Dungeon was just so crazy, it like fucking infected my mind, I don't know, but anyway. So, I'm building this thing, and it's the episode where, Riker shows up, but it's not Riker. It's a spoiler for Deep Space Nine, I guess. It's Tom Riker, the clone, who was, like, in the transporter accident, and at one point he peels off the sides of his beard, because he has, like, a goatee. And it's like, I can imagine them, like, trying to film this scene in all seriousness, where the dude just peels off the sides of a beard. It was not the best episode, but at least they got a Riker appearance. You wanna head to the trader, Jeff?
Yeah, where is it?
I tagged it, but I don't know.
Yeah, he sticks around, too. He kind of, like, comes
This way.
back into the plot a few times. He's kind of important.
Yeah, Tom Riker. Yeah.
What, he, like, right, when the transporters break down your cells or whatever to, like, send you somewhere. Like it recreated him or something, right? Is that how
Yeah,
you got
so it recreated him. There was a storm, of course. Like, they were gonna beam... So he was there, like, on a planet years ago. There was a big electrical storm, or an ion storm, as there always is. And he got beamed up. But, there was a problem. It split him in two. So the other Riker remained on the planet thinking he was the real Riker. And then they go back and rescue him. And real Riker had lived his life, you know, for years. And oh shit, Jeff, I tagged the wrong spot. There's no traitor here.
I was looking for it. I was like, where the hell are we?
I fucked up. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, he comes back and like Riker had fucked up with like Deanna Troy and stuff. He's like, dude. He's like all like
He's like,
crestfallen and stuff.
yeah, Deanna, I've waited for you my whole life. And other Riker is jealous of like Riker. And it's like, oh dear God.
If you guys see any coal and nitrate powder, you should collect it because we need it for gunpowder.
Alright, check. Alright, vendor has shared.
We have a coal deposit nearby I can get to.
And nitrate comes from fleshy things. If you see a pile of flesh, stab it with your knife and collect a bunch.
Jeff, do you have a bike?
No, but I have the coffee and stuff with me, so I can just keep running.
It's a shame you can't jump on my pegs. We can be like...
You used to be able to. You used to be able to just like jump on the bike, like stand still for a second.
My home planet needs me.
What bullet type do we need the most of? What guns are you guys using?
We have
Never seen
pistols the most.
Bunch of cobblestone in
A
here.
millimeter?
Yeah, I think that's 9 mil.
Yeah, pistols and, I guess rifle ammo helps too. Alright, Jeff, I'm just gonna head there, so...
Yeah, I'm following.
It'll take you a little while to get there, but it'll be...
Alright.
It'll be alright. It'll be worth it. Oh, I'm gonna untag the crate. Because there is no more crate. Chat, do you repair bikes with one repair kit? I guess you just throw them in your inventory and press the repair kit. Okay. That's good because I was pressing C and destroying my bike. So. Vin, do you like biking? I do. I haven't done it in years. I was considering getting a bike, but now that the summer's over and, you know, fall is well upon us, I'm not sure I want to do that. I'd have to actually make that decision, like, in the spring before I, get a bike. But hey, maybe. Maybe one day. But fall is dope. It is. I mean, I do like it. But I'm not gonna be biking.
There was a funny tweet or something where someone said, someone recently asked if I'm ready for the fall. And I was wondering, like, yep, humanity's collapsing, I'm ready. They're like, they meant autumn the whole time.
That's an easy one. I like it.
I should just start using autumn. I always thought fall was just so awkward of a name for a season. It's like, I see leaves falling. Let's call it fall. There we go.
Someone said, Vinny, you have less than 3k viewers. Time to kill Germa and reclaim your throne. No, he can have it. I have no problem culling a little bit. It's chill right now.
Don't you like slow chat?
Sometimes I do, yeah. No, I mean, this isn't my usual time, and I'm playing a pretty slow game. I'm happy with this audience right now. This is more than I expected.
Can we just, like, close the doors to the stream? No one else can come in.
That'll be a future Twitch function. Sorry, in order to watch the stream, you must pay 14 Twitch bucks.
I mean, you kind of already can do that, but
Yeah.
Wait, you can?
Sub
all sorts of
only.
stuff like that you can do.
But you can set your stream so that other people can't watch it?
Only if
Yeah.
they're like subbed. You can make it so your VODs are only subbed only, but I mean,
Oh.
you'd be shooting yourself in the foot by doing that. But
Yeah,
some people-
I don't need to do that. I mean,
obviously, but some people are. Oh, into that shit.
hey, whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat. I'm, you know, when I get a big audience, I'm happy. When I get a small audience, I'm happy. Either way is cool. Iron Spear schematic. Someone
like
said he hates medium audience. Vinny, which horror games are you streaming this month? Oh, Pant Sniffer? No, I have like a bunch of stuff in mind. World of Horror, definitely. Might revisit Darkwood. I have a couple longer games in mind. I might look into streaming Sanitarium a little bit, but I don't know if I want to start it, get a quarter of the way through and stop. But there's another game... Well... Jeff, you mentioned Inside was pretty good, right?
Oh, you should definitely play Inside, yeah.
Yes.
One of my all-time favorite games.
I think we all like Inside.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Well... I'll probably stream that then.
Yeah, that's a quick one too. Like you'll do that. You could even do it in one stream probably if you wanted to.
So that
That's
seems like a good
4 or
one.
5 hours, I think. But there are secrets in it too. Not essential or anything. There's just like alternate things.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's apparently very moody and interesting. Would you please play the new Amnesia game? Please. They said please, chat. I've considered it. People are kind of shitting on it a little bit, weirdly enough, but I think it'll be good. We'll see.
I really like Penumbra better than Amnesia, honestly. Like just the theme of that game.
I don't remember if I've played that.
Probably Penumbra Overture, right? Like people like
Yeah,
the first one better
Overture,
than Black
definitely.
Plague and Requiem.
Well, it's like everything goes downhill at a certain point, but the first one's really good. It's kind of like The Thing a little bit, I would say. It's not, but
Oh yeah, it takes place like in an Arctic base, and you're like investigating what killed everyone here and stuff like that.
you're going to Greenland and you go into a bunker, and then it's like everything's quiet. It's like, what the fuck? And then just starts
come
there.
back now.
So Jeff, there's no shotguns here, but there's shotgun parts. So if you want to scoop those up, but otherwise, yeah, I'd say get anything else that you think might help.
Welcome here.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell all this shit too.
Just be sure to point a gun at that dude's face while you're talking to him. He likes that.
There's a perk for that, where if you're holding a Magnum to a trader, you get better prices.
He likes it. He's smiling.
That was a smile? Oh.
He's showing me his teeth.
Mono, what do we need the most of? Coal?
Yeah, we're totally out of coal. We only had like 30.
Alright, I'll grab
And
some.
then nitrate powder would be next.
How are we doing on food? Do we have enough food back at the base?
Probably
I don't
not.
really recall seeing any. Let me check.
It should be in the oven next to the campfire.
We got tons of rotting flesh, 4 blueberries, 8 potatoes, 5 corn, and 5 meat.
That's it, just 5 meat?
Yeah.
It's expensive to feed an entire base. That's not a lot of food.
Do we need just the one shotgun part? Or do we need a bunch?
4. 3. 3 we need. I'll bring a corn seed back. It'll feed all of us. What name did you give your bat? My bat's name is DiMaggio.
Whoa, there's mad zombies in there. What the fuck?
Yeah, we just got hit with a
Oh,
weird...
we got like a mini horde, yeah. Well, they can only come in
I think I need a special skill to make gunpowder, because I have everything here, but it's not letting me make it. Wait, DiMaggio. That reminds me of Bender. Is shitty Bender.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, DiMaggio is also a baseball player that was on the New York Yankees.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a famous baseball player. You know that, though.
Yes. In a school play in like 3rd grade, I was Babe Ruth, and there other people played other baseball players. That's like the only reason I even know who they are. It was weird.
So where are you, Joe DiMaggio? Jesus
I'm just
turns
thinking.
his...
I was trying to think of the song that I've heard the name and I was like, what the fuck song is that?
Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, Mrs. Robertson.
Oh, and the YouTube upload of the previous 7 Days to Die stream, like half the comment section wants Vinny, you to know that you shouldn't scrap empty jars because we can refill the jars and with water, and then we'll have lots of water.
Oh, where do we refill them? From, like, a river?
Yeah, really, any standing water you can go fill up, and then we can boil
Oh. Toilet.
all.
Well, then, yeah, you boil the murky water.
The Muddy Waters.
How do you feel
Yeah.
that Adult Swim axing Venture Brothers right before the new season was finished? Well, that's lame, but also Glow. I didn't watch it, but apparently Glow on Netflix, they had a season 4 lined up. They were ready to go, and then they canceled it. They're like, nah, we changed our mind.
Hell's Glow?
Wrestling Girls, with Mark Maron as the manager. It's apparently a good show, but yeah, same bullshit. And I'm just pissed about Dark Crystal more than anything.
I'm gonna go back to base and dump all this shit. Yeah, that is really a shame. That's fucking stupid. You know what, though? Someone's gonna pick that up, dude. HBO or someone. I guarantee it.
What, Glow or Venture?
Dark Crystal.
Oh, Dark Crystal, yeah. Because someone in chat said you can't have women rubbing all over. Maybe you said that a little bit weird, chat member, but you're right. It's probably a good idea not to film a show about, like, human contact right now, which is why animation is probably a good idea.
I've seen some like live action videos recently where they have a big disclaimer on it saying like this was filmed before, you know, the thing.
Before the thing. Yep. Which makes sense. I mean, you probably don't want people giving you shit about it. But apparently from Mandalorian, what they did was they rented out like an army hangar. Like a giant, and they made like a little town around it, basically. And it's a totally COVID-free zone. You live and work in this town for the duration of the shoot. So months. But everyone on the staff, every actor, they're all negative for COVID, and you can't enter or leave unless you quarantine, you know, if you had it or whatever, test. So they're making these little that's one way they're working around this.
Watch out for that dog. Oh, you see. He's
So that-
coming right at you.
Yeah, no, he was leaving. But we need the meat. So, but that's one way that you can do that and still, you know, and still film your show.
I know Kojima predicted it all. In the future, we're going to be living really far apart in our own little, like, incubation chambers with huge distances between us.
Nah. I'm just gonna have helmets on each other.
Yeah, if that.
Dave, do you need something?
No, I got something for you.
Oh.
It's crazy how much gas you get out of this. It's so useful.
We'll all be drinking Monster Energy to survive. It's got what plants crave!
Oh yeah, we wear a device that, like, filters rain into Monster somehow.
Yeah, we're, like, our society is a mix of Death Stranding and Idiocracy in 5 years from now. Anyone just joining, thank you for joining. Also, I will be live later with Spelunky 2, and maybe another video game as well. Someone said, ow my balls, but apart from each other. 6 feet apart. You can do, like, ow my balls drone edition. You can just have a hydraulic, like, punch device on a drone, and you can fly it to the crotch of the target and film that. That's one where you can do it.
In chat, Ow My Balls is a TV show in Idiocracy. People are like, question mark?
Yeah, no, my balls are fine. So don't worry about that, chat. I don't think anyone will be worried about that, but I'm fine. But Ow My Balls is a TV show in the fictional universe of Idiocracy where the dude just gets kicked in the balls repeatedly. And that's the show. It's like Pawn Stars, but without the pawning and the stars and the actors. Just one guy getting kicked in the balls. So exactly like Pawn Stars, but kicked in the balls. Someone said funny joke, not gonna lie. Well, Idiocracy was just before YouTube. Like, kinda just around when YouTube was getting started. So it's kinda weird that that movie comes out and it's like, oh yeah, we watched that. Oh, well, Jackass is definitely a thing that was happening around that time. And Jackass was pretty popular, so never mind, chat, never mind. They just followed the trend of Jackass to its logical conclusion. Why actually do the stunts part of it when you could just kick each other in the balls repeatedly? Though I won't lie, I've really laughed way too hard at those Jackass movies, so you know.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not-
first few were pretty good.
Yeah, I can't sit here and be like, society! When in reality, like, I've watched those movies and had many laughs.
It was just the times, too. I mean, CKY
yeah.
was pretty funny, too. I mean, if I watched that now, I would be like, okay, this is awesome.
Possibly. Yeah, I mean, we were younger. The sense of humor was different. Like, a lot of people don't fully realize, like, you know, when you're old, senses of humor change. I mean, that doesn't stop me from making the funny spin noise and saying, yeah, balls, yeah, ass. But, like, 20 years ago, yeah, humor was gross out. We talked about it on stream a ton. Like, just the gross out humor of the 90s, the Freddy Got Fingered stuff, the Jackass stuff.
Go watch, like, a Tom Green music video. It's, like, completely topical. Like, none of it will make sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right. Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake. We still know those names, but, like, the dude's rubbing his bum on them. It's like, wait, what? But then again, some of the shit I show on Sunday stream is kind of in the ballpark. Ballpark.
Yeah.
Humor is mutating, and then it'll regress. There will be waves, ebbs and flows. It'll evolve, and
Yeah, exactly.
you know, it'll go
Everything
back.
that is old is new again, and
Yeah.
So what's the peak humor right now? Like, what will exemplify current year?
Doom.
Doom humor?
Doomer. Except D-U-M-O-R.
Oh, like making fun of the fall of society.
Travis Scott burger. Like, ironically joking about the Travis Scott burger in chat is the peak of humor right now.
I saw that there's another one now, so there's gonna be like a whole signature line. So maybe there'll be like chance for everyone to get their own McDonald's.
I thought you were gonna say
signature
Chance the
meal
Rapper's
at some
burger.
point. Every McDonald's meal is personalized.
I mean, are they limited edition? Like, how many burgers can you make out of Travis Scott?
It's also the Taco Bell philosophy of, like, you're the same basic ingredients, but just in different order. So, like, if they were gonna do the Vinny burger, it would be, like, I like regular burger, I don't like tomato, so lettuce, ketchup, onion, burg. Wow. What a unique burger.
Plain burger.
The
You
ice
see-
burger.
Travis, we're gonna have to go ahead and ask you to, can you get a little more complex with this burger, please? We need a little bit more than just that. And what about your fries? What do you do with the fries? I just eat them. No, you don't. You dip them in barbecue sauce. Okay.
Isn't there like a restaurant in Hollywood where everything is named after a celebrity?
Isn't that Bruce Willis?
Planet Hollywood. Planet Hollywood.
Planet Hollywood, yeah.
They have like film souvenirs everywhere and stuff like that.
Yeah, I believe Bruce Willie owns that place, so. Or at least has like a lot of money in it or something. Something like that.
Nah, definitely.
Can't for the life of me figure out how I'm supposed to craft gunpowder. Usually it tells you if you need a skill, but I have the materials,
Okay.
I have the crafting thing, and it just doesn't want me to make it.
Type GUNP.
Yeah, that's what
The
I'm
second
looking
one.
at. And when I click it, I have the coal and the nitrate, and I'm at a forge. I tried at the forge, tried at the workbench, tried at the
All right.
bonfire.
So it has the chemical thing next to it. You see that? The beaker?
Yeah.
So you got to do it at the chem station.
Well, no, that's just the better recipe. The chem station one only requires one of each, but doing it in your hands without any station requires two of each. You should be able to just do it in your hands.
Mono,
do
let
we
me
need?
try.
Oh, I'll put it in the wooden box that you're looking at.
We should
You
also
should get that though if it makes two instead of one.
yeah, we should plant corn.
We
Yeah,
have
I
the
just want to
beak.
test and see if this even works. So let's see if I can craft it. Yeah, Mono, I can craft it, dude.
So you only make it in your hands if we don't have the chemistry station? I tried like
Right.
the other. Okay, well I guess
Yeah,
that's the only thing I didn't try.
We need yeah, you can make it now if you wanted to, but we need a chemistry station if we're gonna like be efficient about this kind of thing.
Does anyone have the recipe for the chem station?
Do not.
Also, do you guys want to start a farm?
Yeah, I'm
We have a lot of
reorganizing,
flesh.
and then I'm gonna start a farm.
Jeez. Character looks scary.
That's the goal. Also,
this-
I'm trying to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, this is just chat. Anyone who's watching, this is the day of the massive zombie horde. So it'll be here
That's why the
very soon.
21 is red up top.
Correcto.
It's just gonna turn into 21 the world.
That's a good game.
Or it'll just be forever 21. We'll just like go shopping.
Less cool. What's a Jajo, chat?
Is that like Jaja Gabor?
No, they keep saying J-O-J-O, Jajo. I don't know what that means.
I think that's how Santa laughs in Spanish.
Very random of you, Mono.
It's at the spork level.
Holds up spork. Oh, I'm gonna grill some corn. There's food. There was extra food in the campfire, so there's some boiled meat and stuff, so we'll be able to survive a little bit. We don't have like a ton. We don't have like a ton of food, but we can make do. Problem is, corn takes 10 water. Like 10 corn, like each corn is also 1 water, so I think I just spent a bunch of our water to make corn, and I regret this immensely.
Well, we can make a lot of water.
Yeah, water's easy.
Now, can we really fill up bottles in the toilet?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been scrapping those fucking things like crazy, so I hope we have...
I mean, you can find them pretty easily.
I got 11.
Also, all you need is sand, and you can make glass, and then you can make the bottles. It's really easy.
Was there another bathroom? Oh, there's another bath. Here's a toilet. So how do I, oh, why is there 800 clay in the toilet?
It's not clay.
I mean, our base is in a strip club, man. Hot wings, come on.
Oh no, the hot wings. Yeah, you can't scoop the water from the toilet.
That's the elephant foot of our strip club.
Someone sent me a picture today of Mario and Luigi going to the elephant foot. So I'm assuming elephant foot memes are the new peak humor 2020.
That's some really dark humor.
That's very specific. That's how long has that existed for? Or was it because of Chernobyl someone made it?
Oh, it's definitely because of, well, yeah, no, I wonder now. I wonder. Someone said hold the bottle in your hand. Okay, I'm holding the bottle, now what?
I think you like right click or left click?
Nope.
It also, depending on how large the stack is of jars you have, it might take longer to do.
It takes a while to happen. Nothing is
drink
happening.
some stuff first, and then you know, go to the
Right
toilet.
click on it.
I tried.
Left click on it.
You can't get water from toilets anymore. It was an infinite water source, so they got rid of it, says chat member.
What? Whack.
Well,
You know what, dude? Right outside our base, there's a water tower, and I cut a hole in it, and the water all spilled out. So I go over there.
I'm on it.
What happened to the giant G on gals in our base? Like
Dave had something to do with that.
So we just have an Al specific bathroom right now.
That
can
wasn't
call me. Oh, that wasn't you. Call me
Like Dave had
Al.
something to do with it.
Yeah, I just scooped up a bunch of water. It's all murky.
You find, yeah, it's all like spilling out.
So I put it on the bonfire and you can boil it. Don't put it in a stew though. Also with like Chernobyl jokes, I wonder if there's people out there that just have a timer of when it's suddenly like okay to make jokes about tragedies. It's like, all right, 1 year, 3 months, 10 days, and as soon as it's out, boom, comedy.
Well, it's not going to stop people from making jokes the same day, but
True.
like the more famous people or like the acceptability of it. I'm
Well,
sure
to your
there's
degree of separation from it too. If it doesn't affect you, then probably doesn't really matter.
right, but then there's
Yeah, I
also
mean-
the severity of the tragedy.
True, true.
So
I remember, not to make things sad, but on September 11th, I was playing StarCraft, and someone made a World Trade Center map in StarCraft on
The
the
same day.
that it was still happening. Yeah.
fuck, that's fast. Not surprising though. I remember, like within a day, I was reading about lizard people. Like
True.
the whole 9/11 thing got very weird. Got very weird. I remember, you know, when I used to work in Jersey City, I'd have to go to that station, World Trade Center, while they were building one World Trade Center, and they were building the station over there, the PATH train station. They were building it up, and people would come up to me and hand me pamphlets. Now, you can go on forever about what really happened that day. You know, I've seen the documentaries. I've seen plenty of things. I've read plenty of things. I don't fucking know. You know, I have no way to confirm this stuff. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm just so beaten down about it that I don't, you know, how do you really even know for sure? So I don't care in that sense. But, like, when you're handing out pamphlets and harassing people that are just trying to go to work, dude, do you know the truth? It's like, well, do you? Yeah, so that was, like, only a couple years later. Well, not even a couple, like 7, 8 years. But, yeah, within a day I was hearing about reptilians and lizard people having done it. And then, this is a good topic of conversation. Yes, 9/11, very nice. But yeah, within a day, and then, I remember, yeah, I got pamphlets handed to me, and I was just trying to get to work. It was really annoying. Someone said no matter what really happened, people still died. Oh, a lot. And people that I knew, not very well, but friends lost people they knew. It was a... However you swing it, me being a New Yorker, it affected me on some level, semi-personally. And I was really worried about a couple family members. It sucked. You know, it fucking sucked, but lizards the very next day. So, I don't think that was a joke in particular. I think people really thought lizards had perpetrated this particular thing. So, Jeff, how many shotgun parts did you buy?
All of them. I got 2 on me right now, though.
Oh, do me a favor, throw them in here so we can get started on building another one.
This guy has motorcycle handlebars now, too. 6,000 chips. Not bad.
If anyone's looking for bullets, I have them all on me right now. I'm trying to like
Wait, are you not at the base, Jeff?
huge
But
stash.
I went back to the merchant with a bunch of other crap to sell.
Okay, so,
That's
alright,
nice.
gotcha. No problem. So
We
my
got a
weapons...
generator bank, too, and we could set up, like, a electrical fence.
Don't whiz. Sure.
I'm gonna do that.
Do we need more nitrate powder? Okay.
Yep, I'm out looking for it right now.
Pokemon balls recalled due to choking hazard. Yeah.
I had those Burger King ones. Yeah.
Thank God you're still here, Mono.
I mean, you'd have to try really hard to die. I mean, it's horrible it happened to someone, but it's not like just it being near you is going to kill you or anything.
Right. I mean, I'm sure it also has happened with Legos, and people don't look at those weird, so...
Oh, this dude just straight up has a motorcycle to sell. 20,000 chips, though.
Yeah, it's a little too much. We don't have that.
We could get that. Not too hard.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we could sell some stuff, but yeah.
And I'll come back.
Chat, the reason it was a hazard wasn't because they're putting the whole, okay, out of context, but the whole thing in their mouth, is because if you take half of the ball, it like makes a suction over your mouth and nose if you're fab enough, and that was the hazard.
Oh. Again, so many toys probably have a similar kind of level of danger, depending on how, you know, on how you use it. So I would say, yeah, that sucks that that happened. That's terrible, but it seems like, again, if you use the wrong toys in the wrong way, you will definitely suffer some injuries. I mean, hey, stepping on all right, different. Never mind. I mean, there's a reason that Legos have, like, you know, an age limit. Just throwing that out there. Not that, you know, if you have a Pokemon toy, like, you shouldn't be putting it, like, over your face anyway, but kids don't know better. You know, parents gotta be real careful about what they buy their kids. Listen, I'm just a streamer, so I don't know fully what I'm talking about, but again, this is why video games are good. Video games are not real. You could probably choke on a Switch cartridge if you try hard enough. That's... never mind.
Well, remember when the Switch came out? Everyone's like, dude, you gotta taste your games.
Yeah. Because they made them taste like shit for the exact reason, and then, like, 700 YouTube videos the next day of people, you know, licking their fucking cartridges, so... If you tell people not to do something, they will do the thing.
Like, I've ran into a lot of times in the past along those lines, is when you're about to say something to someone, you're like, hey, have you ever... Never mind. You're like, no, what? What?
Well, then, at that last moment, you have to come up with another topic. Like, immediately, you have to figure out, like, what would be a natural segue so that it doesn't seem like it's a different topic. Vinny, did you know that grapes can cause kidney failure in dogs? Alright, terrible topic. Let's go on to, instead of tragedies and, you know, potential death from child toys, let's move on to something different.
Spooky stuff. It's October.
That's pretty spooky. It's weird because we then, you know, the spooky stuff seems all harmless. Oh, skeletons and stuff. That's a rotted cadaver. Like, Halloween is a very morbid holiday, but we just enjoy it because we put cute eyes on bats.
Yeah, like, looking at where other holidays originate from and, like, the history of, like, America, it's kind of shocking that Halloween has been around as long as it has. And there's a lot of, like, documentaries on this and stuff. I'm just amazed that Halloween's still a thing.
Well, I like Halloween. I want to keep it.
It's honestly the only holiday where all of, like, the aesthetic associated with it is something that I really like. I'm just not really a fan of, like, Christmas and Easter and... I mean, it's cool, like, to get together family or whatever, but, like, Halloween's the only one where I like everything associated with it.
My favorite holiday is Halloween, but I like Thanksgiving because I play Zelda 2 randomized.
Nice. You break that world record?
Never. So here's a topic. Zelda 2 Redux is finally out. I posted a link the other day, but yeah, Zelda 2 Redux is basically almost, not completely, but very redone Zelda 2 with a lot of really quality, necessary changes. If you want, chat, you can Google Zelda 2 Redux, and you'll probably find it. I'm going
What would-
to
What would you improve in Zelda 2 if there was a remake?
this. Like everything listed. Okay, so here's a couple ones. Changes to life meter, hearts instead of bars. We reworked HUD to be more in line with other Zelda titles. 1/4 heart gauge. There's title screen root work. Manual save feature. Restart in current palace. Link now has blue and red tunic upon using the shield spell. And if you level it up to its highest level of defense, you get the red tunic. Text boxes now print 6 lines. All text has been repointed. Script has been reworked entirely for a more proper translation. Palaces renamed to temples for consistency with the rest of the series. Enemies no longer steal XP from you. It's like even like 3 times more than what I'm reading here, but yeah, all of this is really good. Like some reworks to spells, enemies, experience. Great Palace. Here's the best change. I'm gonna read this one. Okay, 2 changes that I want to read. One is this. Picking up a Link doll now adds a life to the total amount of lives you start the game with. So it's not just you get them, you die, they're gone. And the Great Palace has been modified so it can now be accessed from all routes. So the room with the hole, rather. You can now explore the Great Palace in any path you want, since it now has branching paths that intersect on said room. This means you no longer have to take a required path to reach the end of the Great Palace, but you can now choose at will, and you will not be met with a dead end. So for those that have watched my Zelda 2 streams or have played Zelda 2, these are very, very good changes, but that one in particular is my favorite. I have the
So
repair kit, sorry.
We have like 15 minutes until the Horde, it looks like. So might want to start heading back.
Yeah, we can build another shotgun if you get back here, Jeff.
They already put them in the box. They're in there.
Oh,
I just put 'em
alright,
in there.
gotcha. So I'll get started on the shotgun.
I have all the bullets on me.
Bullet.
I'll put them all in the box in a bit. Bullet.
Dave, the repair kits are in the storage chest next to the workbench.
Thank you.
Jeff, we still need 2 shotgun parts.
That's all there was at the store, dude. There's got to be some more somewhere.
That's weird. I thought we had...
If we have any shotguns better than blunderbusses, you can you can scrap them to get shotgun parts.
We do not.
Someone must have used them.
Oh, they're in here. Okay, there's 6. We got them. Okay. Spring, duct tape, iron.
What else do you need?
Scrap polymers. We got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely take 2 weapons with you. Or if we only have pistols, then sure, but...
What resources are needed to repair a pistol? Do I need a repair, kit? Oh.
Repair kit, yep.
Yeah, they're next to the bench.
You should have a bunch, yeah.
What bullets were you making at this? Was it the 9mm?
9mm, and I also have the rifle one, whatever that is.
Okay. So a shotgun's being built.
Do we have a wire tool?
I think so.
Yeah, we do.
Check.
Let's set up a generator over here. We can start building an electric fence around the base.
Just don't wheeze on it.
What the fuck? Oh, nice.
What is Vin's favorite word? I mean, chat would probably guess it to be speen, but I don't think it's my favorite word. Tune?
Tune.
Tune. And if the banjorin starts playing different tunes.
I've noticed that a lot of like languages around Europe just really like pronouncing U's as U as they can get. Like we say, like, oh, I'm gonna tune my radio. They're like, going to tune the radio. Like the U's are huge.
Yeah, tune. Tune. Scrungus is okay, I guess. I don't have a favorite word. I have a couple that I like, but I don't have a favorite.
Cellar door.
Alright, Donnie Darko.
All right, Horde comes within this hour.
Okay, the shotgun is now 14 seconds away, so whoever is gonna grab the shotgun. So we have a hunting rifle. So you, Jeff, you have the hunting rifle. So you can grab that ammo, and grab a pistol too if you can, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, where's the hunting rifle ammo?
Don't. Oh,
Do we not have any?
someone has some.
There's like a few.
There should be like 150. Oh, it's in here, Jeff. So that means one of you should grab a shotgun with your pistol. And then there's a magnum and you can grab that ammo. So each of us could have 2 weapon types.
There's a double barrel shotgun sitting in the workbench right now. Looks like
That's the
someone
one.
Made it.
Yeah, I just made
Okay.
that, so you can...
I'll go for the Magnum.
I'll just use my pistol and my spear.
That means that someone still needs a shotgun. We have an extra.
Take a shotgun too.
I mean, how much shotgun ammo do we have? I only saw like...
There's like 3 stacks of 150.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't forget it's like a blunderbuss too, so it's like it has a pretty long reload.
So yeah, it's like strictly crowd control backup kind of weapon.
Yeah, just don't get caught.
Take some pills with you, like while we're fighting the Horde. Like have some pills on you, maybe bandages as well if you have. We only have a couple seconds left, so I'm gonna grab mine and then we'll get started.
Do we all want to sit on the roof and shoot down?
I think a couple of us could do that, sure.
Because they'll try to path to where most of us are, and if we're spread around, we might get some attacking in weird places.
One thing we should do too is these hatch doors. You could set up like a line of them where the zombies are coming in through the, you know what I mean, as a bottleneck.
Mm-hmm.
You can like melee them. You see how this hatch is right now?
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, as they come up,
They get
you can...
stuck like on that. Kind of cool. It's a good way to do it.
Someone set a torch over there.
Oh, here they come.
They're falling down the pit. Kind of.
Oh, there's a lot.
Time for my frame rate to plummet.
Yep. Oh, they're going that way. Well, the spike traps are helping. I figure we have so much shotgun ammo, even at a distance, I'm just gonna pepper them. Lois. Lois is on the dumpster.
Remember to crouch if you can, because they're not seeing us up here, so you get stealth damage bonus.
Cool. I don't want to use my AK bullets if I don't have to. We have to defend this wall. That dumpster's been destroyed, by the way. So we're gonna have to really figure something out with this wall over here, because they're going for it big time. Oh, it's because you guys are up there.
Should we move?
Maybe, because I don't want to end up shooting through that wall and destroying it.
Just move to the other side, maybe they'll come with us.
my god. No, they're still here.
They're gonna go where they think the easiest path is too. So
We may need to repair that wall.
oh yeah.
From the inside, perhaps.
So you just use a hammer to repair, right?
Yeah, but you need, like, cobblestone, too, I think.
I'll go take a look.
They got into one door over here.
They got through a door?
Yeah.
Can't find the ladder. Oh, here it is.
We might be better off just blocking the way up here. There. Well, I think we got through the first wave. Oh shit, there's birds.
I didn't.
Fuck.
There's birds, too, now?
There's birds flying at us. Heads up.
Oh, there's dogs in the base.
There's
They're
dogs in the
attacking.
base.
Someone let them out.
Oh yeah, they got through
Coming
these
up.
doors easily.
They're right down there on the stage. Heads up.
Yep,
Fall
I'm
back to
fighting
the-
them on stage right now.
I'll come down there and help you out, but you gotta fall back.
Oh god.
Get to the roof. That's the best way we can bottleneck them right now. There's only one path up.
Oh my god, this
They don't
frame rate's...
destroy your boxes.
Can they do that?
I believe so.
Does that destroy
They
the
have no
stuff
reason.
inside?
They have no reason to destroy the boxes if you like get to the roof. Just get to the roof.
I'm working on it.
We have like a month's worth of quota happening here.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
you're right.
I got 15 skill points already.
I'm here.
Yeah, I guess the problem is we got those boxes right where the ladder is, so that's like the bottleneck right there.
Yeah, that's not good. Having the boxes. Maybe we should... I don't know. I thought that stage was secure.
I think they just broke the doors down that we used to get into it.
Some of them were open already.
Fuck, there's more birds up there. Heads up.
Oh
What
my
the fuck is
gosh.
that green shit?
I think the birds are spitting. Something's spitting.
I was gonna try to build some more doors. Like
Oh, watch
now.
out. You're like, there's like acid you're standing in.
Not gonna bother though. You know what? I can do that.
Okay, I'm keeping them off of our boxes.
Bird in base.
Oh yeah, this shit's like Swiss cheese in here. Oh, Dave!
I'm building some iron doors. They're gonna take 3 minutes to build. God damn it!
Oh my god, there's a hole. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're coming in the front door.
Fall back.
I need wood and cobblestone or something like that. Jesus, I need to up.
Holy shit, I just got like 14,000 experience.
I need no metal parts.
It's like an acid spitter in here.
Yeah, this frame rate is fucking like beans.
Yeah, even mine's really bad right now. I haven't had this happen before. Oh fuck! There's an acid cop out there.
Oh, I just fell on the spikes.
Oh, dude, we are in the front of the building's in trouble.
Okay, I'm showing up with my AK. I'm gonna place a metal... Oh, that's you, Jeff. I'm gonna be placing a metal door. If you can keep him off me. I have the door. I'm ready to place. Door is placed. Door is upgraded. It's a good one. It's a very, very powerful door now. Do we live?
Still more inside.
There's a lot of loot bags all over the place.
Yep, the music's still playing. It's still going.
Oh, I don't hear it.
I still hear it.
Usually it's till 2 a.m., but might be done.
Holy fuck. Burning shaft mod schematic.
Is that made by like Durex or something?
Well, we did it.
Don't think we lost anything significant.
Yeah, we sadly did. We lost a part of the stripper pole.
Oh,
Aww.
Oh fuck.
the scummy couch culture is still intact, though. That's good.
Oh, thank God for that. I mean, the spikes actually did help quite a bit. I see a lot of bags by the spikes. But yeah, there's a bunch of ammo that they dropped. That was a bad horde.
For oil. Here, you want this?
Sure. Dave
Oops,
Cap
that's a
died.
spike.
Oh.
It's very dark.
Just wanted to see how much HP that door had. We need, like, door upgrades.
What do we need for the door beyond scrap?
Iron.
What's the next tier? Iron? Okay.
Yeah, like, just iron and... Wall upgrades is cement, so we're gonna have to make a cement mixer.
We have the parts, actually, to make a vault door. If you type in vault. We just need the crafting table. We should have all those parts. It's an even better door.
I don't know why I upgraded that thing. Oh, they broke in through here, too.
Yeah, by one of the cables. There's just a full hole in the wall that they broke into.
Huh. So
Oh, wow.
now we know to place some... I'm gonna make a couple iron spikes and throw them over here. So that means, if you guys want to make a bunch of forged iron, so we can bolster our defenses, that would be helpful.
Yeah, we got a bunch.
Okay. Also, this pit that Desert dug, wow, that goes down fucking deep. They fell down here, but we didn't put any spikes down here, so that would help in the future. I got a stun baton.
Make somebody pick up a can.
Pick up that gun. Add an electric fence and more turrets. Remember, these turrets aren't bullet turrets. They just, like, punch the zombies in the balls. So... How does it feel to know, chat, that you're watching Ow My Balls, the stream?
Yeah, that's like the Ow My Balls 2. It's not even a person kicking them, it's just a machine designed to kick balls.
Okay, so, brick wall. So we need stone and clay.
We have a lot of clay. We have like 10,000.
That's all desert. Yeah, some of these doors are in desperate need of upgrades. So, like, these are, like, shitty, like, poo-poo-pee-pee doors. So, yeah, Mono, if you can make some brick with clay and stone. Do you have stone over here? Do you need some stone?
Let me check.
Yeah, I'm mining some now. I don't know if we have much.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have a ton.
So I should keep making forged iron for these doors.
Yeah, definitely forged iron.
You could also make barbed wire, which is pretty much the same thing, and it's just iron and wood, so you don't even have to smelt it. It's 8 iron and 10 wood.
That's not bad. We have 2,000 stone.
Oh, okay.
And that's for making brick for repairing the holes?
Right. Correct. And we can use that for cobblestone to make better walls. Put barbed wire in the pit, it slows them down greatly. Can you fix the pole? Someone said in chat. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you can. It's like probably a variation of an iron block.
It's just iron pole centered. It's iron and clay. We can do that right now, if we have a workbench available.
There was a construction site next to that merchant we were at, too. We can go probably get a bunch of shit there.
I'm gonna save the pole, chat. Pole it. Iron pole centered, so I just need iron. Wait, how do I do this again?
I'll start making barbed wire.
Why can't why can't I do this? Forge. Oh, it's the forge.
Gotta find Jordy.
God damn it. Okay, so I'm adding iron to this now. It needs 50. Or I could just do it here. This will take forever. We'll do it here.
Pretty sure that morning has started song has the same key signature as Lost Woods, Ocarina of Time. Just sounds so familiar.
Dun, dun, dun. Maybe. Song of Healing, maybe? Yeah.
Or oh, Song of Healing, yeah.
Iron Pole has been created, and the strip club has been saved, chat. However, I still need brick. Brick block. Which is in the forge as well. Clay and stone. So, let's see. Brick. How many do I need? I need to make 2 of these. Pickle brick. Why, I can only make 1. Whatever. Oh no, it's terrible. Oh no.
Some kind of weird, like, steampunk stripper pole.
I wonder if there's a better way to do this. Like,
Did it have a little shape in the corner when you went to build it?
Oh, it's a Minecraft stripper pole, someone said.
It's for robots.
hold R will bring up a menu.
Yeah.
Shit. Man, they got through this wall too.
Biggest hole is this one that's on the table out there on the right. It's
I
like
got that. Yeah, it's gonna be the brick. How do I... Chad, do you know how to make this? Is there a way? Do I just build like a wooden... and then paint it perp? Gonna need paint? Okay, so we'll try it like that. Wooden block, then paint it. I'm gonna make another pole and see if there's a way to, like, make the pole not Minecraft. Alright, so now we can try painting it with paintbrush plus paint. Use flagstone for your walls. So...
Wondering, maybe we should get rid of some of the doors that lead into here, because we have like 5 entrances that we're running around watching all the time.
Vinny, you can use the eyedropper tool also.
I got it.
Nice.
Hell yeah. The eyedropper tool works. Oh, nice. Oh, man, we can fix up the strip club. We can make it nice. We'll make it even better than it was.
Are we gonna change the sign out front to say the booty trap?
I don't know if we can do that. I don't know how to. Someone said paint the scum back on. Years of caked on scum. Sadly, I can't get the purple. I don't know how to do that, like the hot pink edges. It's one or the other. I guess I kind of like it like that better. You can craft individual letters.
Yeah, but are they in the same style as the ones that are on our club?
I
Don't
kind of doubt it.
don't bother making that poll. There's no variations for
Really?
that block. Yeah. So there's some other way to make it. That's what we got to figure out. Might be a skill.
Here I go, digging in again.
Famous Bill Gates quote.
That's my my famous Bill Gates quote and impression. Man,
But
that
don't you-
eyedropper tool is excellent.
Don't you share a birthday with Nathan Fielder?
What?
Pretty sure you
George
did.
Carlin.
I could swear it was Nathan, huh?
Could be. Depends on when he was born.
Guess it would.
.200 IQ there, right? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that was the big IQ moment right there for me.
Okay, what tool do you safely deconstruct something with? Do I just use like the hammer? Because I can try removing the E in booby. So if we lose the E, it'll still read as booby, but I can see if I can move the letters around to make it booty.
Wrench and ratchet driver, says a chat member.
Okay, I'll get a wrench.
I mean, those aren't actually like letters; those are blocks. The sign.
Are they?
Yeah.
But are they like special letter blocks, or is it just like a paint job of
Purple wood or something like that, it looks like. Like, look at the purple trim around the building. That's the letters are made out of that material.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm trying to figure out how I
Oh,
can.
oh,
like,
oh! I see. You're talking about the boob, not the girls part. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you want it to say?
Boot.
I'm gonna remove the second B and put the T from trap there, so it says booty. But then it's just gonna say, oh wait a minute, I can make it say he booty trap. So I can use the T from the.
This is so dumb.
So you can
Our
make your own
crowning
letters, though,
achievement.
dude.
Yeah, I mean, if I could just recycle these, it'd be a little easier, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to pick up the letter. You have to craft
You have to
them
make it
individually.
yourself. Yeah. Just type in letter in the craft thing.
Well, if this doesn't work, I'll just craft from scratch.
Yeah, but then you're gonna break the letters, man. You don't need to.
Chat, I have to... This may be a little boring, but I have to make sure my business is in good order. You know what I mean? I was gonna craft brick blocks, but we'll just do cobblestone instead. Also, yeah, cement mixer, definitely, so we can start making cement and having a better, quality. The pole is broken. The pole, we don't know how to fix that. That's a different story.
Maybe all stripper poles start like that, and they just spin around it enough that it like wears it down to the cylindrical
It's
shape.
gotta hurt, dude.
It's not easy.
Fix this place up good. Yes, this is my business.
but your business is not attracting any customers. So, we're gonna give away free baby back ribs to your strip club.
But then they cannot touch.
Right. My job was to make the strip club more successful. And in order to do that, I had to wear a Peter Pan costume.
Another satisfied customer. There's this door up here, too. It leads into a dead end, pretty much, but... You know. Might be a good idea to... let's upgrade it. The Zombinos have no reason to go in there. Yeah, that's true. Flagstone. Oh, you can just start with cobblestone. That's helpful. Oh, I can't upgrade. Oh, that's weird. Renovations.
I remember one time in real life, I got to help renovate this place, and they're taking down a wall, and they said like, "Well, let's just try taking it out just with like by kicking it," and it actually was a lot of fun. Like swing from the ceiling and just kick through a whatever it's called, that flimsy material.
Drywall.
Drywall, yeah.
When I was a kid, my cousin and I noticed there's a house not too far that had, you know, they were destroying it. So we helped. And I remember just going over there and throwing snowballs and rocks in the place and like destroying any paintings that were left. So, and then after that we played Mortal Kombat 3. So that's exactly when we were doing that, when Mortal Kombat 3 on the Super Nintendo just came out.
Gotta let out all that rage in Mortal Kombat afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Check out this door I just made. I'll put it over here, I guess.
One second. Also, we have a vending machine that works, that's like right outside of our base.
I've been using it.
You have been?
Yeah.
It's got coffee and stuff in it. No, I got this.
If the zombies don't use it, we can like make money. They just come over here and buy a drink.
Oh, nice, Jeff. What the fuck is this?
The vault door.
I say we leave this unlocked, because it takes so long, until a horde arrives. But yeah, that's awesome. That's really good.
I made a hatch, too. And another door, too. Where do we want to put them?
I think we still have an open spot. And there's a spot that's been... Like, we have too many entrances. Which someone said earlier.
Yeah, I was thinking we should just get rid of some of the doors so it's easier to manage where they're coming in.
So, instead of... Maybe instead we could just, like... use that vault door and just leave it closed for the most part. This is oddly calming and fun. I don't really know how to explain it, but like fixing this place up and painting all the spots that were shitty before, making the strip club even nicer. This has definitely become a strange, like, calming hobby.
Play that music that plays in Red Dead Redemption 2 when you're building the house.
Oh god, that music. I haven't thought of that game in a while, too.
Chat's gonna recommend that you play House Flipper.
Fleep.
Yeah, don't forget to level up too. Probably got a lot of points.
So, Jeff, this entrance is kind of pointless.
Yeah, you want to just block that off.
Probably could. How much paint do I have left? 43. So, since we're running out of paint, just for shits and giggles, if you guys do any scavenging and you find any clothing that we can break down, grab the dye from, that would help. Because there's more potential paint jobs.
There's a bunker like right next to our base we can go loot.
Okay, we'll do that after this. Describe it to me.
It's like just a normal house and it's got like a hatch in it. It's pretty cool.
I remember, this is a weird thing to remember, but a couple years ago, Vinny, who did a Bruce Willis impression. Like, he did it out of nowhere, and then he said, I'm never going
to do this again.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, 2 years later.
Yeah, again, you can blame Jeff for this. I did retire it, too. I legitimately retired that impression, and then, you know, life has a funny way of working out.
There's another thing that you retired on New Year's a while back that actually has not come back, so maybe I won't even mention it.
You have to now. I'm very curious.
I don't know. It might subconsciously find its way back into the stream. I don't think we'd like it.
You can't just say that, man. I don't know.
It's like I was saying earlier. Bring something up and then don't say it. It drives everybody crazy.
Why say something once? Why say it again?
It's related to the new Star Wars movies. Someone in chat got it.
I don't see it in chat. It doesn't matter. Smooth walrus? No. I brought that up plenty.
Really? I don't remember. Oh, like the Red Dead music?
It's fucking fun.
Trying to keep it as low quality as possible so it doesn't hit the VOD.
Maybe we can do a better hatch too.
Apparently,
So-
there's perks you can get that like make you better to be around. It says nearby allies gain 20 health and stamina when near you.
Do we have a lot of forged steel?
I bet it is.
Got some. Never mind. We'll just make a metal hatch. It's probably... or iron. Yeah, Vinny, use pipes to repair the stripper pole, says someone.
Pipe. Oh, the short iron pipe? Is that all that is?
I don't think it'll work, but I mean,
No,
I'm willing to try.
No way.
How did this metal bar get on this?
I was wondering the same exact fucking thing. Use a wood pole and paint it.
That might actually work.
But there's no wood pole.
You
So
gotta
I
make
think
a wood frame and then hold R and then make a wood pole, maybe? I don't know.
Well, I
Pipe.
tried that
People are
already with
saying-
steel.
people are saying use the pipe. And Vinny, you had pipes. We did. We do.
I have a pipe right here. Let me see if it works. No, it doesn't work.
What kind of pipe is it? What does it say? Short?
Short iron pipe.
Right, okay, never mind then.
You know, we can make it as a wood pillar. Out of the frame.
Describe it to me.
It was old. It was heavy.
Got some zombies at the front door, breaking stuff.
Limp Bizkit fans, I see.
Wasn't there... I know, Jeff, you watched the Wang YouTube channel, where he did a whole video about the war between, was it Limp Bizkit fans and Korn fans that happened?
I think it was Slipknot.
Oh, Slipknot, yeah. Shows how much I know. But it was funny, just look at like crusty, original like HTML 190s internet wars between bands and their fan bases.
I mean, it's still happening. I mean,
Yeah,
kind
it
of.
does.
Yeah.
It's just with different music. Social media has not made that any different.
Wasn't there a defunct land? Who mentioned that there was a defunct land about the Green Lantern cock punch?
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, I just watched it too.
Is it good?
It was pretty funny. It was a good one.
Yeah, it's really informative. He really downplays the cock punch aspect, but it is mentioned.
Oh, it is mentioned. At least it's mentioned. That's good.
He brings it up through showing people's reviews on like Google Maps and stuff like that. He doesn't really say it himself.
You remember Mark Hamill's character in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Cock knocker.
His finest role.
He goes.
Yeah, that's the theme of tonight, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of is. It's a little sad, but... Yeah.
Yeah, I figured out how to rearrange the letters, but the ones that I make are black. So do we have like white paint?
Yeah, I can paint. My
But
characters.
unfortunately, I can't safely remove the letters. As you guys are saying, it just destroys them and gives me the resources. I just have to build new ones.
Plane.
Plane.
Also, Jeff, if you got that vault door, we could probably use it over here.
Where's that?
The side exit. Side entrance. Did anyone see where the drop went?
Yeah, I'm watching it fall right now. I'll put on the map about where it is.
Okay. So Jeff, yeah, right here would be good. This door. This spot right here. Because we're not going to use this too much, but it would help.
Should it be on the outside?
Yeah.
Probably. That's cool.
Someone said just block it off. Block it off with me. It's a very versatile meme. What color do you need that to be? Just white?
Well, I haven't moved the letters yet. I'll turn it into he booty trap, unless we can think of a better way to rearrange it.
Paint it black for me.
God damn it.
Just the Rolling Stones song.
Wanted to turn black.
We need to make awnings. Oh, so we need cloth fragment. Yeah, because we need to fix this up.
Oh god, chat wants it to be the booty brap. It's
Chat.
not a very seductive sounding strip club.
Maybe to you.
Yeah, I guess it depends on
Hello, chums! Notice no reaction, chat. So if you laugh at my shitty jokes, you're giving me a courtesy, or you're very easily amused.
Do not enable the stream or chat.
Okay, I need cloth fragments. Oh, I need to eat as well. We're running very dangerously low on food, but... Cloth fragment, where the fuck are the cloth fragments? 110, alright. Need to just fix up the strip club a little bit more. These fucking zombie monsters took down one of our light bulbs, too. Classic light bulb. Forged iron and electrical parts. We need 2 of them. I can't believe I'm this dedicated to fixing the strip club. Vin, did you hear about the Dune movie being delayed? Yeah. Not exactly happy about that, but not entirely unexpected.
Yeah, it sucks. It's not coming out until October of next year now.
Yeah, that's a long delay, too. That's a full year. It's kind of mental.
I guess just in case he completely cleared out. Maybe.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised, like, the amount of work.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an intricate thing.
They're gonna just like digitally enhance it to have a bunch of redheads to make all those people happy.
Yeah, dude.
AKA Jeff. Did anyone see any leather pelts?
Oh, there should be a bunch of leather in the box next to the workbench.
All the booths in the strip club are made out of leather. You could just harvest them. But
Yeah,
then
no,
again,
we
you're trying to
need, yeah,
restore it.
I want to restore this. This is a legendary establishment.
Just start breaking everything inside as you're trying to repair it.
Okay, so we take the dye off the shirt. Scrap that for more paint. So you said the leather was...
Next to the workbench.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, because this couch almost got fucked up. We can't have that. We can't have that. Sadly, we can't make the light bulbs without a fuckload more electrical parts.
Zombies just wanted us to be more environmentally friendly. Should have put CFLs in there instead. Or LED bulbs.
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of leather for you right now.
I have this LED light that I never use. It's one of those things that like switches colors and has a remote. But the problem is it projects light directly below it, and it doesn't actually spread the light out. So it's just a tremendous waste.
Yeah, there's some like more expensive LED bulbs that do a really good job at recreating incandescent ones. Some of the cheaper ones are just like literally RGB right next to one another at full brightness, and it's just like kind of jarring and uncomfortable.
Level 31 and have 8 skill points to spend. Damn. Mono, the I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm fixing.
The awnings up there are kind of fucked up, though. So I'm here to repair the awnings.
It get destroyed? Oh, I see. Yeah.
Vinny's just RPing as like a handyman for the
I
strip club.
honestly, I am, and it's been the best feeling.
I'm just here to repair the lawns. Come mow the lawn.
Awnings, more like yawnings.
For chat, probably. I'm having a great time. Though I can't figure out how to rotate this properly. Oh, I'm using the wrong shape.
I heard a screamer. She's... Look at her.
Is that a spider? Oh, it's angry. Never mind. It's
So
just
the thing with
regular
her
zombie.
is when she starts yelling, you see there's more zombies coming now. That's what she does.
Oh, geez. Yeah, there are some coming.
So by me shooting, I probably just brought every zombie in a 10-mile radius to our base.
Yeah.
That's probably not the case, though.
It's our
think it is.
clientele. Well, I have the sign letters up there. The letters are just black, so whenever you get a chance, we can paint.
I'll be up
those
there.
letters white.
Yeah, I have some work to do up there anyway, so...
Oh yeah, I have 12 skill points to spend. I don't know where to put them. I would normally put it into like luck for looting, but since I can't like sit on the server for 10 hours looting stuff, it seems like it'd be better put somewhere else.
Just hold on to them.
Is there an E after the I, or is it just an... It's just...
No, it's using Vinesauce grammar, so it just ends in an I.
Vinesauce grammar.
It's beautiful.
Does look pretty good. That's the good stuff right there, chat. Look at that. Just being a handyman, taking care of all the problems around the place.
So when someone needs a hand, never mind.
Handy man.
See, that's what The Walking Dead needs to do to diversify the show. They need to make like just a man being a handyman in the apocalypse, you know, helping people out.
New
Like a good
economy is
Samaritan.
just based.
Just coming by, fixing your air conditioner.
Vinny ruined. Oh, fuck, you're right, I did ruin. Ah! I'm alright. I don't have any paint left.
We have to make paint out of clothing dye.
You have to scrap dye. Which just sounds like a Metal Gear Solid plotline, but it's not.
Scrap dye. So chat, we also have the names of the bathrooms right now. It's Al's and Guy. What in the booty brap, what would we name the bathrooms? Like what are two categories?
Meats and cleats.
There we
We can't do that. we don't have the letters for that.
We could make
Yeah,
them.
no, you make them.
The alphabet, man.
Meats and cleats. I love it. It's perfect.
That's the name of the
Little-
restaurant that we're gonna open, actually.
Yeah, it's just a mom and pop diner, you know.
Actually, for this, yeah, it's kind of perfect.
Let's open it up across the street. Let's turn this restaurant, convert it into meat and cleats.
The only post-apocalyptic pleasure center that offers a decent meal.
We just need to get Chuck E. Cheese in on it, and we'll have the whole holy triumvirate hooked up.
Chuck E. Cheese, man. Go
He's
for Showtime Pizza Bear. He's not
up
doing
for
much.
it. That dude's doing anything these days.
So I can make a wood pillar, but I can't add the bottom bit. Does anyone in chat know how to make the bottom bit? Oh, you see? This bit.
Man, then you just need to make it marble.
It was an option.
don't think you have enough room to spell out cleats. I might have to like take out a structural column to fit the C in cleats.
I see.
CLTS, and so MTS and CLTS. It's like a
Just
coded language.
Use a hyphen. Build a hyphen.
Can you build a hyphen?
It looks so stupid.
Just wasting paint. Wasted a lot of paint just now. My character's stomach is making zombie noises, so it's probably time to eat. But yet, I have more work to be done that has to be done out here.
Well, if streaming doesn't work out for you, you can just become a strip club renovator.
Your
Yeah,
cousin
I'm up
will
for
love it.
Then you gotta come to my cousin's club. It's called Meats and Cleats.
You were the cousin the whole time. You're just gonna go around.
That's an AI
Advertise your
dungeon
club.
prompt.
That would be a good one.
I need an ending. Okay, you were the cousin. I like how AI Dungeon is now begrudgingly giving me endings. Not happy ones necessarily, but that's what our establishment here is for.
What was it? The zombie and skeleton became friends. The end.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that was the ending.
It's like it sensed that you didn't like what it was giving you, so it just gave you like a really shitty ending just to mock you.
It just wanted to placate me. You can craft chain link fence poles in the workbench, I'm being told.
Oh.
There's a zombie named after a Greek soldier. His name was Zombie. And a skeleton named after a Greek soldier whose name was... Wait for it. Skeleton.
Maybe those two were the very original, like the namesake for the words that we would go on to use later. Because, you know, a lot of our language comes from, like, Latin and ancient Greek.
Zombus Maximus.
Yeah. Like earlier when you were talking about fall and autumn, someone in chat, so you know it's correct, said that autumn, it's the roots of the word means fall, but it's like in Latin or something.
It's a nice word.
Citation is that, though, so I don't know.
I've always liked the word autumn. I wouldn't call it one of my favorite words. Cleat is definitely one of my favorite words, though. Without a doubt.
You ever gone ice skating?
Yeah, I have actually.
Oh wait, no, those are skates. I guess
I was like,
soccer
what the
would be.
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Trying to remember
No,
what
that's baseball cleats, dude.
Yeah. Well, anything where you need.
I think anytime you're on turf,
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
What happened?
Well, you saw what I was swinging at, right?
Yeah, what did you break?
A misplaced pole. The entire time I was hitting the ground. It was just a random metal tile in the ground I was
Oh
hitting.
no, what have you done? What have you done?
I don't know how to
Whole
get rid
building
of
is
this
falling
block. Oh, you got it.
It doesn't look like the same girthiness of the pole.
Yeah, and I couldn't get it in the same spot. I don't know. But now I gotta fill in the floor. Or we can put a new box there, actually.
It's in the right spot for a box.
Yeah.
There's something down there. Like a weird block right
Yeah, what is that? No,
Maybe it's a
it's
secret.
probably not.
Secret.
Just replace the whole pole with a thin pole, Chad is saying.
Good. But I couldn't get it centered. I need to figure out if I can do that.
Explain to the fake Germa raid what you were doing. What does that mean? Fake raid? Bird.
Like maybe he said go over there but didn't do the raid. Like the time you did it.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know how to do that properly.
I remember one time some
He didn't
channel
even
I don't
say it. Chat is just doing it of their own accord. Oh, that's nice, chat. That's cool.
I remember we got raided by some random channel, and everyone from there was spamming the emotes, and Nightbot like killed every single one of them, and the raid was just gone. 'Cause they didn't know we had like an emote limit.
Look, there's a face on this. Have you ever seen this on the sledgehammer machine?
No, let me check.
The tip of it, look.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's an unhappy face. There we go. So if you're wondering what's happening, people who just got here, we just had an immense zombie horde. Horde, by the way. They showed up, and they were particularly nasty, and they did some pretty big damage. But at that time, I discovered the paintbrush tool, and I have been repairing the place, and Mono turned this from the booby trap into the booty brap. So, as you can see, things are going quite well here at the strip club.
Should I change girls to ghouls or something too?
I guess, if you have enough.
Halloween this shit up.
I don't know if chat can think of something better. Something better than girls, you know, the word.
Girls, girls, girls!
Grills, someone says. Not cat girl. I would not put myself through that. Gorals.
Gorillas.
Something is already dink colored, kind of stuff.
Do you know, the movie Girl Interrupted from the late 90s, early 2000s?
Uh huh.
Red Letter Media made a movie called Gorilla Interrupted.
Yeah, I just saw that the other day, actually.
Yeah.
There's
So
a music video that someone made, like, with the footage from it.
that is why it's called that. Now you know.
And Rich Evans is the gorilla, and he just, like, turns into a gorilla in it.
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
Goblins.
that's what's out. Pretty,
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I still haven't even seen it. I love Red Letter Media. I don't know what goes on with their movies. I've seen Feeding Frenzy, I've seen Space Cop. One time each, and that's good enough.
Mike is like a punk in it. and
Yeah.
he's playing a guitar, and like it hurts the aliens when he plays the guitar. It's pretty good.
He's got like green spiky punk hair.
Yeah, I think they're kind of like embarrassed of it though.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a kid, you make something stupid. That's there forever. You think George Lucas is embarrassed by THX 1128 or whatever the fuck it's called? Actually, I'm more embarrassed by Star Wars, and that's why we did the special edition. Once Jar Jar stepped in the poopy, well, then I was happy. I was satisfied. But we didn't have the technology for that for quite a while.
The guy that does the deep fake George Lucas thing,
Oh yeah, with like Harrison Ford.
or they have like everyone sitting around at a table, and it's like 10 different celebrities that would never be at the same table together.
Oh yeah, cement mixer. That's what we were going for. Vinny, do you feel we have enough Shrek movies? No or no? Well, you're not giving me much of a choice here, but... The only way... Aren't there some bad Shrek movies, though?
Yes.
So then... Like... You know, how do we guarantee that Shrek retains its quality? That's the real problem. That's the conundrum.
Isn't Mike Myers anymore? Is he still on board?
I don't know. Maybe he would be.
All right, Vinny. I think we're good.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
You did a thin pole?
Yeah.
2 thin poles.
Straw poll now.
Well, you know what? You know what?
You got more space, I think, to dance.
It doesn't look as good, but we have more space, and this is the best we can do for symmetry. So I'll take it. We need mechanical parts if we're going to build. By the way, Dave, you see the light bulbs here? Pink, red, pink, red, pink. Okay, follow it around. Uh-oh, we're missing red and pink.
Okay.
But we need mechanical parts.
I can go get some. Also, we have 2 farm plots up on the roof growing potato
Are you
and
serious?
yucca. Yep.
Is that what you've been doing? You've been, like, building?
Yeah. Oh, and also the first depth of the moat has been dug. Still needs 2 more depths to be dug, but at least it's got the perimeter. Not including
wire in there too.
the street, though. Yeah, I put some barbed wire in. It still needs to be filling in other parts, though. Oh,
Chat,
a zombie fell and died in it already.
That's a TV chat. No, really, chat, what should I put there? Like, of all the textures I have, that does not work. Put a practice target.
So, a zombie fell into the pit and died in the barbed wire and left behind another one of those sledge punchers.
Alright, that's cool.
Just help out. Betraying its own species by giving us supplies to stop his fellow zombos.
It knows not what it does.
Oh, creepy. There's a noose hanging in this garage. I've never seen this before.
Oh, so this is where they were going before, so we're gonna have to fortify this whole spot. Yeah, the zombos were hitting this spot pretty hard. Jeff, you said there was like an underground bunker?
Yeah, let's go clear it out.
Clear it out for me. Give me a minute. I'll be right there. Vinny, you live in a strip club that destroys balls with hydraulic punching machines.
Ball
Yes,
busting.
and we've got Dabo sweets as well. I mean, hollow sweets. Fuck. Oh, wrong button.
Something for everybody, alright?
Paint the sledgehammer things blue. Make it even better.
Oh yeah, the episode I was watching the other day was the one where the dude wants a copy of Kira for the Hollow Suite, and Jeffrey Combs, rather, his character in costume. You could tell it's him because he's got a very distinct voice. But yeah, and then at the end of the episode, it's just like they program it so that there's like a sexy woman body, and then Quark's face is on it. Oh god, where is that? Quark bosom, I'm gonna put.
You ever seen when Quark went on Good Morning America and Regis Philbin like
Yes.
massaged his ears? Was that when Kelly? Who was on that? What was the other lady's name? Kelly Ripa?
Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin. There we go.
I could just imagine some nerd just being like, "Yeah, massage is used. It's fine. Don't worry."
All right, baby, if that's what you want me to do. Terrible Regis impression.
I was like, Jesus Christ. That's the new one, dude.
I mean, you know, that's what makes a good impression is accentuating
Right.
what it is
Caricature.
people think about. Yeah.
Except that was just awful. Like I'm no Dana Carvey.
It's like drunk Regis Philbin.
And I found the moment in question. I'm gonna have it on stream. It's a little sexy, but don't worry, this is a PG show. So check this out, chat.
Chat, go to the other room quick.
It reminds me of that Aphex Twin cover, album cover.
I am unaware of such things.
You know what I'm talking about, Mono, right?
Or what'd you say? I was watching the stream.
The Aphex Twin album cover.
Oh, the one that they have hidden, like the big screaming face.
Oh, it's the bathing suit one with the dude's face on it.
Maybe I have to see it again.
Jeff,
Yeah,
are you
window.
over at that bunker at the moment?
No, I'm in the base.
Okay, do you want to hit that bunker in a sec?
You can go over there, but yeah, it's dark. We might have a little bit more trouble with it, but
It's cool. My middle name is Trouble.
alright.
Damn.
Oh shit, there's a huge bear outside. Yo, there's a bear and a wolf walking down the street together.
That sounds like the beginning of a joke. So I'm gonna go
Fuck is
take a look.
happening out here.
Oh, I thought it was the end of a story.
Dude, they're just walking down the street. Hurry.
Where are you? Front?
Out front, out front. Oh my god. I think he sees me. Like fucking gigantic.
Where, Jeff?
Right out front. Jump down here. You see him?
Oh, I see them. They're just stopped at the end of the street now.
It's like the incredible it's like Homeward Bound.
They're walking together.
Yeah, they're like hanging out.
Huh. Do you want to kill them?
I try.
Just be prepared to run, okay?
Go for it.
Well, hang on a minute. This is good food. We need the extra meat.
Oh my god. Dude, he's climbing! What the fuck?
Bear down.
I'll let you do it because you got the hunting knife.
Eric Andre skit. Probably.
Chip over, I guess.
No, it's Hannibal Buress's like opposing skit.
Right.
Damn, that's a lot of meat.
Yeah, we needed this desperately, too.
Someone in chat said they barely posed a threat.
Hunger poses a bigger threat than that bear did.
How many electrical do you need?
The parts? Oh, for the lights?
Yeah.
It's the most... Like, we don't really need that
Oh,
much.
6. Okay.
It's
we're
6
good.
each, but it's like... Honestly, that's low priority.
Well, I just got 20, so I figure I'll come back.
Okay. Every time I try to, like, go out and do a raid on someplace, a new strange thing happens, or, like, a new project occurs at the base.
Change the color of the light bulbs just by painting them?
Yeah, you can paint them again. Or maybe you press R before you place them, I'm not sure.
So I remember when, God, what are they called? When people started getting like xenon lights on their cars or whatever, like the really like piercing white bluish colored ones.
Sucks. I hate that.
Xeon, or is it Xeon? I don't remember. But anyway, that a friend of my brother's couldn't afford them, but still wanted them, so he used a blue marker and just like colored the bulbs of his headlights, and it was actually pretty convincing.
You can sell those fucking things cheap then. I have the bear's testosterone extract. Kind of grosses me out a little bit to say that.
Isn't that what, like Red Bull? Was that guarana?
Guarana.
There's a big balls theme tonight.
I guess I'm gonna have to play Big Balls for the BRB by AC/DC.
The big ball BRB.
They're probably. I mean, it's only this until later. So, speaking of, I should wrap this up after the raid, because after we raid that bunker, because I'd like to get some. Well, I don't have to get dinner. I was gonna make it, but yeah. Dave Cap died.
Damn, what happened, dude?
Oh, I was all broken from a bunch of other stuff and hungry and thirsty. I just making it easy.
Actually, that's a good point. I'm like dying right now.
Yeah, I mean, you
Alright,
won't get
where's
as
the
much
wa-
experience, but it resets your hunger. It's just, you don't get to RP.
I'm not much of an RPer.
What? What you mean?
The biggest, like, mind-blowing time is when you said that RP guy and booty guy are two different people. Like, I just couldn't believe it.
I mean, you can tell there's subtle differences.
They had to make a whole new Wikipedia entry when that was known to us.
What's the name of that website? The TV tropes?
Right.
Yeah. The Tamagotchi life characters have like a ton of crazy TV tropes, all dedicated to them.
Tamagotchi life characters have, like, almost left this community, too. It's like they're so big that I've been seeing other people who are in the Tamagotchi life, like, having those characters and, like, treating them the same way you treated them. And, like, their source material is, like, fading away.
It's weird, but also, you know, think of it this way too. Like, Two-Faced was a prior me that I didn't make that one. I just found it. I was like, oh, Two-Faced, cool. I'll use it for the Tamagotchi streams, and then, you know, took off. I still don't. I mean, there's a whole conversation to be had about people taking it like a little too serious, to like a bizarre degree.
Yeah.
You know, but I suppose that's like any fucking fictional character, and in some cases any real character, that like real person. But you know, that's why it's weird when you're interacting on the internet and, you know, someone tells you, like at a convention or whatever, like, oh, you know, this character, blah blah blah, this, and it's usually kind of something a little weird. I'm like, yep,
So the electrical stuff is in this box next to the table. I can't make the lights. You have the skill for it.
Okay, I'm not ready to do that. I'm ready to go raid a bunker real quick, and then we can, you know... This place is fixed up. The defenses still need a lot of work for next time, but at least... Let's just say they're not going to get in as easily, and at least the place is good for business. So, Jeff, where is it on the map?
front. It is.
All right, I'll meet you up front.
It's kind of where the bear was. Over there.
Are we invited too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. There's some lady running over there.
Okay.
Screaming one.
Where's she going?
It's running away now, I guess.
She's like leaving.
All right.
It's over here.
Have we not been here before?
I don't think anyone's found it.
Anyway, yeah, chat. Later on, I'll be back with Spelunky 2 and maybe something else. So just throwing that out there. Gonna like take a quick 2.5 hour break in between this stream and then I will I'll be back later. Jeff, what's this door over here? This hatch. You see
Yeah,
that?
that's the way we gotta go in. You gotta go through the top though. It's easy.
Oh, okay. So you. Oh, I see what you're doing.
I gotta find. I don't know where the way in is. I thought I had it opened. Oh, you go through this window.
Someone said any spoop tonight. This counts.
You can't get through up there though. It's like we got to go through the building itself. It looks like.
Okay. No, I might. I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a look and see what kind of spoops I can do for tonight. But chances are it'll be Spelunky 2 and just some other random thing that I feel like playing. But spoops will be here eventually, if not tonight. So you definitely have to go through that building like this. Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. You can do that too. Oh, wait. No, I fucked up.
Yeah, because we're not. We have to get like.
You gotta go through the basement. Definitely zombies down here, though. Or we can just go through the garage, like break our way through.
Wouldn't be
like
tough, but
7,000 health.
the door is not too bad though.
Yeah, there's like a hatch down here somewhere. Hatches to it. Oh yeah, that doesn't look too bad.
It's only 1,000.
Wherever you found.
Okay,
Yeah, see that? Like an elevator.
Yeah, this bottom one needs to go. Use the pick on it. Someone said in chat, use the pick on it. Yeah. Alright, cool.
Dark.
Do you get light from my headlight? Like, do you see a
yours.
little bit?
Yeah. Should be getting late soon. Too. A little bit.
Destroyed workbench. These are good to destroy with wrench, by the way. Drop a lot of metal, electrical parts, etc., etc.
There's some mad dudes down here.
Alright. Oh god.
Figure out how to get you guys.
Check this chest, Vinny. There's a reinforced chest right there.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh, there's a bunch. Oh, there's a lot of shit here. I think we went the
Holy
backwards
shit.
way.
Yeah, you're right. Iron
where
leg
the loot
armor.
is.
There's a hunting rifle. That's exciting.
Oh, you found the exit.
Yeah, we went in through like the wrong way, I think.
Did
or
we?
whatever. It
Oh,
was, like
so
the loot we would find at the end. But it doesn't really matter.
Also, Dave, are we in the right spot then?
I have no idea, but this is something.
So we're following some really long, like, mine shaft area.
Yeah, that must be like the, you know, the not cheesy way in.
Okay. Yeah, we're good. I got a bunch of stuff.
There's like fucking whole base here.
Honestly, this double barrel shotgun is pretty good. This has been, like, for the amount of shotgun ammo we have, this has been really good. Let's see. Oh. The range is trash, but you could use one shell to put down one regular zombie from a little bit of a distance, so that's not too bad. Alright, but yeah, there is a bit. I wonder if this is a decent place to survive.
It kind of looks like it.
Yeah, this doesn't seem too bad. There's a vending machine here, too. Very high.
Because they'd have to like dig all the way down to this, so.
And did they actually do dig?
Yeah, they do. Takes them a while though.
I feel like you're better off on a roof then, because
Yeah,
at least
you
then
are.
you can destroy them before they get to you. Start fucking up your base. But yeah, I was mentioning a couple things. One, that Chernobyl game yesterday was cool as fuck. The sense of dread was amazing. I still don't know if the flashlight thing was a glitch. Because I respawned with a perfectly functional working flashlight after the first time. And it, like, you know, I died, I lost all 3 characters, came back, flashlight was perfect from the beginning, so... Just a bizarre series of events.
So I was looking at like the tags for that game, and it said like some of it was non-linear. So I think it like something is different every time about that game. Is that possible?
I would imagine some of it could be, but it looked... I don't know why the flashlight was so weak, and then it turned into the, like, this amazing thing. But...
Maybe it
But
can
yeah.
I feel like you
randomly.
weren't really supposed to be able to see well, because you're just, like, going from lit area to lit area.
Yeah, but super early on, like really, really early on, it was hard to tell what I was looking at, because the lighting was so shit. But...
I don't think there's anything in there.
It looked like a door.
Yeah, sometimes there's stuff like that. I'm sure there's something hidden down here.
And also, AI Dungeon last night was really fucking just bizarre. Just, it was good, and we didn't really get a chance to, like, develop too many stories, but holy crap. It just got real fucking dark, and, like, in the depths of whatever the fuck kind of, like, subconscious the AI may have.
And you met yourself at the IKEA.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely contribute to make these stories weirder than they are, but I still feel like compared to any of the other times I've done the AI Dungeon stream, this one just felt the weirdest. Could be wrong on that, but yeah.
And the G-Man was really insistent that you would play along with this story.
I was curious what would happen if you tried to use a wrench on a vending machine.
Huh.
I guess we discovered the security device on
Getting
it.
like force lightning for a second there.
What was the Chernobyl documentary you were talking about last night? Oh, I've seen stuff on YouTube. I don't know the name of it, but like just random stuff about like the sarcophagus and the new containment unit that they put over it. Around the time the Chernobyl TV show came out, a bunch of chat members linked me to a couple different videos, and I don't remember what they are, but I'm sure you could find something.
Yeah, there's one from like 2 years ago that is really comprehensive, and it covers all the new stuff, because so many of the ones online just cover the older, like historic elements and not like what is going on today.
Have you ever watched Stalker before? The 70s film?
No.
You would probably like it. It's kind of about...
Is it like precursor to Chernobyl.
It's more like a sci-fi thing, interpretation kind of everything. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it by saying too much about it. You would like it though. And it kind of leads to the video game eventually. Like,
Oh, okay.
Roadside Picnic, stuff like that. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Like Roadside Picnic is like this novel that's about how aliens came to our planet a long time ago and left, like, you know, they just had like a picnic and they left a bunch of their trash here. And that's like, you know, they left a bunch of artifacts that caused, like, you know, conditions like Chernobyl and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. It's kind of like a little bit what Stalker's based on.
Okay. Sounds interesting. I mean, that's always good for me. If there's aliens in it, I'm cool with it. Basically, aliens came and activated RTX, says a chat member. It's an excellent way to describe it.
Sometimes if I'm doing stuff in like Blender or doing like 3D rendering or game engine stuff for too long, that I'll walk around in real life and I'll see a shadow and think like, God, that shadow looks terrible. Like, who rendered this?
VR
Real
has
life
that effect for me when I first got it. Not lately. When I first got it, VR was like, it was just making me question everything I was looking at in real life.
Yeah, like, this sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel, but like the first time you spend a lot of time in VR, or for me anyway, started having weird dreams. Good ones though, but it just kind of was surreal. It's like my mind interpreted things that I do in VR as an event that I was in. Like I was actually there, not like I was playing it or watching on a screen. It felt more like I was present. I don't know. It was hard to explain.
Yeah, no, that happened to me. That happened to me when I first got it. That, and also there was a time where I was looking at my phone and it felt like it was fake. I was like, this isn't real. This is like VR.
And I had because it was like I had a full-time job at an office a while back, actually many years ago when I first got my headset, and the night before I spent like all night on the Vive, like hours and hours and hours, and then when I was at work I could barely stay awake and I was kind of dazed or dozing off and just looking at like the wall, and I could swear everything became like jagged edged, like when you're looking at a game engine with like non-anti-alias edges that are all jaggy, but that was in real life. Like for a few seconds when I was dozing off, the real world became like 3D rendered through my eyes, and I was like, what just happened?
Fucking weird, dude. For me, lately, the fucking dreams, not lately, but this year in particular, RimWorld caused the most uncomfortable dreams because it was too difficult to micromanage. Like, in the dream, I knew what I was doing, I knew what I was supposed to do, but I couldn't do it, and it was frustrating and repetitive, and I got caught in a loop, and it was just over and over and over and over again of not being able to do these very specific tasks, which, you know, again, RimWorld requires that kind of thing. That and Spelunky 2 was a recent dream where, yeah, I was just, like, dying in Spelunky over and over and over again.
I remember when I turned my Animal Crossing island into a desert, which was like a day-long journey, really obnoxiously time-consuming to do. But I remember dreaming about all of the button presses I had to keep doing in order to, you know, move ahead a little bit. Okay, lay the sand, move ahead a little bit, lay the sand, turn around, lay the sand, and then I was like feeling my fingers doing the like gestures needed to make that happen in my sleep, like just forever, and it was really annoying.
It's like, it is annoying. Video game dreams are not great. Like, I don't mind dreaming, like, if Mario's hanging out and he's like, yes! Like, that's fine, but dreaming of playing a video game, when, like, for me at least, is just a frustrating, awful experience, and I hate it. it means I'm addicted to a game and really like it, but at the same time, I'd prefer to just actually fucking play the game and not dream about it. Dreams about flying? Not for a long time. If I've ever had a dream about flying, it was... I do remember one where I passed the wreckage of a burnt car. That's oddly specific, I know, but yeah.
I had a VR dream once too, where, because like when you're in VR, you have to get your brain accustomed to keeping track of the boundaries of the virtual world and the boundaries of the real world. So like your mind is kind of split, like, okay, I don't want to touch this wall, but I don't want to run into my real wall. But I had a dream where I was just in a complete darkness, but was navigating around these walls that somehow I knew they were there, but I didn't see them at all. It was like I've never had like a blind dream like that before, where I just don't see anything, but somehow I know everything is there. And I was like reaching around and touching them and could feel them like when you're in VR.
Yeah, I haven't spent as much time in VR as you, so I haven't had quite that one. But that sounds weird.
Ridiculous.
How much time do you say you have in VR? If you had
Oh
to
god,
guess.
I don't even know. Well, part of it is because not only do I play it, but for a while my career was helping run a VR venue. So I've tried on like 7 or 8 different headsets. I probably have close to like 1,000 hours with a headset on at this point in various forms.
Yeah, for me, it's probably close to like 70, 80 hours in VR. So not a whole lot.
I mean, minus career-related VR stuff, just playing casually at home, I'm probably just a few hundred, like 300 or something.
Sure. How do I leave? I need to leave this building. Oh, here we go.
People in chat are like, whoa, that's a lot, and then I'll just take a random chat member, look at their Steam play times, and they'll have like 3,000 hours in TF2 or something.
Yeah, I don't understand, like... I guess for me it's really tough to imagine, like, at my current age, having that much time in a game, but it seems very common for a lot of people. Like, whenever I mention, like, oh yeah, I got like 70 hours in this game, that's a lot. And people are like, oh, I've got 800. And I'm just like, what? How? So that's where my disconnect is.
Yeah, I've definitely reached the point where I've watched other people play video games far more than I've played them myself. Like, watching streams is like majority of my free time.
Well,
I
you're
usually
also
do
my
something
mod.
else at the same time.
So, you know.
Yeah,
it's
even
not
if
like
I
a work
wasn't
thing,
here.
but yeah.
I don't spend all my time watching you stream.
No. I'm aware of that. Who's getting electrocuted and why?
Fence. It's working.
Yeah, it's working.
I set it up. I pissed on it by accident.
Yeah, someone said, to be fair, you are like a variety type person, like when it comes to streams or otherwise. It's true. So I probably, if you're streaming, if you think about it, I'm playing at least 4 hours a game almost every day. 4 hours of game. Which means, yeah, I mean, God, how many thousands of hours do I have streaming? I can find out right this second. Hang on a minute. Channel analytics.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, busting them out. I wonder if I can...
It's gonna be like laying on your bed, staring blankly at the ceiling after you get these stats up.
So I can do October 1st, 2019 to October 5th, 2020. And, It doesn't have my specific hours of stream. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch. Let me try it. There's a website that estimates how much time you've spent streaming. I'm actually just very curious. So if I do a custom time frame, November 17th, who's getting electrocuted now? 2016 to October 6th, 2020. Why doesn't it just say how many hours I've streamed? That's a really, like, you'd think a pretty basic statistic. Well, hours watched, 28.7 million.
That others have watched you?
Yeah, that's total hours I've been watched. But it says daily broadcast time, 4 hours, active days per week, 6 days. Which is sometimes correct, sometimes closer to 7. But it doesn't say how many hours I've streamed total in that time, so...
There's a pack of wolves running by our base right now.
September 2020, 123 hours. April 2020, 160 hours. I can't add these together for some reason. But, April 2020 was both quarantine and Animal Crossing. So, that's a lot of hours. Vigibum eliminated Vigibum.
Sometimes it be like that.
Yeah, why is it like that? What happened, Jeff?
I think he threw a grenade? I'm not sure. His mic is muted right now.
Oh my god, I was muted that whole time.
You were muted that whole time, Jeff.
I was like, please help me, I'm dying, please! I was like being ignored. I was like, please.
Just talking over you the whole time?
I was like, why?
Oh my god.
Dude, there was like 18 wild dogs that just rolled up and like attacked me. Not even exaggerating.
Oh, I watched it happen.
Yeah, why weren't you helping me?
I was gonna go inside and wait
You
for
just
them to
watched
pass.
them eat me. You were just standing there. I was like, Mono, please help me.
I only got a spear. I can't fight 10 dogs at once.
You could have helped me. Oh, I will not remember. Oh my god.
So here's what you do. Next time, if someone's not helping you, just assume that you're muted.
Mono was looking at me.
Oh.
I was gonna go hide and live, but
I was
instead I
being
died.
torn apart limb by limb by wild animals, and Mono was just like watching.
All right.
I'm a loner.
I have to end the stream. So whenever you guys are ready, please let me know, and then I'll start.
I was looking at the Vinesauce GIFs and Clips account on Twitter that I've been running for. Well, you handed it to me a few years ago,
Sure.
and I've apparently tweeted 577 times of clips of you. So you can at least think that you've been funny 577 times at the minimum.
Well, that could be incidentally funny, based on stuff that's
True.
happening around me.
On a resume, you could put that you've been funny that many times.
I could put perhaps funny 500 plus times.
Funny to somebody, maybe not you.
But yeah, it looks like the average time per month of streaming is about 110 to 120 hours of streaming. So let's say 120 hours per month for 10 years. Even though in the early days I didn't stream quite as much. It's a lot of hours, man. 5,264 hours from November 17th to today. Right? Okay, so if you double that, let's just say, yeah, over 10,000 hours of streaming. Is the, when you are signing up to be a pilot, or like something. Doesn't it say it takes like 10,000 hours to actually get good at something?
It was like a required, like flight experience hours or something. I think.
No, like to master a skill. Like what is it? What do they say? Like what's the 10,000 hour rule? Okay, it takes 10,000 hours. It's like a kind of a, you know, a saying more than it is anything else. It takes 10,000 hours to get good at something or to master something. Like Bill Murray, that's how they figured how long he was in Groundhog Day, because he mastered the piano. And it's like, well, if he mastered that and this other skill and this other skill, then chances are he was in Groundhog Day limbo for this many years. So my question is, if I've been streaming for over 10,000 hours, how come I'm still not good at it? Alright, that's the end of the stream. Okay. Thanks, guys, for joining me and helping me with the Horde. It was fun.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Sure.
See you later, man.
Alright, we'll figure this out again sometime. I don't know what's next for 7 Days to Die, but I appreciate you helping, and I'll let you know when, maybe in a week or so, we'll do more. So, later, guys.
See ya.
Okay, so that's Vigibum, the Monotonist, and Dave Cap. Thank you. And everybody who's watching now, thank you for watching. I still haven't done some art last night, but I'm going to definitely do the art in full tonight. And I'll be back later for Spelunky 2. And again, maybe something kind of small. You know, because now I've determined that I've been streaming, speaking of hours, this is going on 3 hours. So that plus Spelunky 2, and maybe like a small horror thing or something. And then, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with other games as well. So thank you, everybody. If you want to watch some other streamers, you can stick around for the auto hosts. As you know, that's how you get to the other streamers, because I don't really do raids, because there's just so many people, and I don't want to play favorites, because that upsets people, and I don't want to upset people. So you could just get randomized if you want. But right now, I'll just let you know if there's anyone on, but Twitch is loading as slow as balls, just to tie it all around. To the earlier conversation. Kit is live, Ross is live. I think Jerma stopped doing his VR. And Desert's live. Fred's live. Yes, there's a lot of people live right now. You can check out their streams, and you might enjoy their work. Kriken's live with AI Dungeon. God damn. There's a lot of people live right now, chat. So, this is not my usual time, as I say, but I appreciate you stopping by for it anyway. It means a lot. But, of course, there's a lot of other people that stream at this time, so I always feel a little bit weird about going live around now. But, whatever. I'll be back later. Spelunky 2. Be fun. Take care. Goodbye.
Take a closer look at that snout.